Good evening, everyone. So in this video, we'll be discussing about abstract classes. Okay. So an abstract class is a class that has no direct instances. Okay, you cannot create instances from an abstract class. Okay. So there are certain features which are just abstract there. Okay, that's why it is abstract class. So that means there is no implementation for one of the operation, something like that one. Then it becomes like an abstract class. Okay, you cannot create instances from an abstract class, but then you can have several. Okay, say for example, you can extend that one, and you can have the subclasses, or say for example, descendants. Okay, and the multi-level hierarchy, inheritance hierarchy, which we have actually discussed. Okay, so those descendant classes can have direct instances. Okay, you got the point? So a concrete class is a class that is actually instantiable. That means you can actually create instances from a concrete class. Okay, whereas from an abstract class you cannot have direct instances. Okay, but the interesting thing is, if you have a concrete class, okay, you can have a abstract class which is the subclass of a concrete class. So that means it is extending this concrete class, and then it is trying to add additional operations. Okay, but then it will not give any implementation for those operations. Okay, so we will discuss them with an example, then you will understand them better. Okay, so in terms of this sort of multi-level hierarchy of abstract and concrete classes, in the leaf level, okay, you can have only concrete classes at the leaf level, or else you cannot create, say for example, in one of the branches, you cannot create any instances. Okay, so in an inheritance tree, so the leaf classes should be concrete classes. Okay, as far as the UML notation is concerned, abstract classes name is actually listed either in italic form, or you will actually mention abstract keyword, okay, below or after the name. Okay, so let us see an example, then you will understand it much better. So here is an employee class, okay, and then two of its subclasses are full-time employee and part-time employee. Okay, so the employee class has, say for example, year-to-date earnings. So whatever the earnings that the employee has earned until that particular date. Okay, but then employee can have a compute pay. But compute pay, it will actually define, but it don't have any implementation for that one. Because right now it will not know the implementation for this computing pay. Payment it cannot calculate. Okay, only its subclasses, say for example a full-time employee, which actually can extend the employee. Okay, and then he will have additional features. Okay, so additional attributes, something like monthly rate. Okay, and then since he has this monthly rate, you can actually compute the pay for this full-time employee, isn't it? So that means this full-time employee class subclass, which is actually extending this abstract class, which is employee. Okay, and then it will have proper implementation for that method compute pay. Okay, similarly a part-time employee is also a subclass. You will have hourly rate for this one, okay, for this part-time employee. Then you can actually calculate the, say for example, payment. So that's how you will have this class, this part-time employee subclass of this abstract employee class can have a proper implementation of compute pay. Okay, so hopefully now it is clear from this example. Why do we use abstract classes? Actually, we can use abstract class to basically define the methods that can be inherited by subclasses. Say for example, apart from this abstract class, whatever is available here, you can have a concrete implementation, a concrete method. Okay, so an operation is something you have a signature. Okay, and then once you basically implement it, it will become a method. Okay, you can have another method here. So that means within this abstract class, you can have a method. Okay, so that means a concrete implementation is also existing for that one. And then which can be extended by subclasses, just the way we have seen in terms of the generalization is concerned. Okay, so it's also possible. So going by the discussion, alternatively a subclass, an abstract class, can define the signature of an operation without supplying a corresponding method. Okay, that's what the example which we have seen. So the employee abstract class actually has defined the signature for this compute play, but it don't have any implementation. So that means like it is not providing any method for you. So that particular operation is called this abstract operation. In this case, like compute pay is an abstract operation. Okay. Again, like just like the class name, abstract methods, sorry, abstract operations. Okay. So if I call it a method, then it is already an implementation. Okay. So an abstract operation, again, just like the class name, can be mentioned either in an italic form or like by mentioning the abstract keyword, okay, next to it or like below it. So by going by these definitions, like each concrete subclass must provide its own implementation for the abstract operation. So here, like say for example, these two are concrete subclasses of this abstract employee class, okay. So that's how like they are actually providing this compute pay implementation. Okay, then only you can actually create instances of this full-time employee or like part-time employee. Okay, because all the operations are there. Okay, a concrete class may not contain abstract operations. Okay, so that's what, because objects of the concrete class would have undefined operations. So if you are creating an instance from a class, it will have all its attributes ready and all its operations will have their own implementations. That means like their methods are also ready. Okay, then only it becomes a concrete class and you can create an instance out of it. So this is the difference between an abstract class and a concrete class. Okay, so it is a form of generalization, more or less. Okay, which we have already discussed. Okay, so again, so the reference is that book. Okay, so again we are still in chapter 4. Okay, thank you very much for your attention.